Well, Marc Spears knows a little something about dunks, and at this time, we'd like to bring in our senior writer for The Undefeated, Marc Spears. It is great to have you on, Marc.
Good to see you, homegirl.
It's good to see you too, my friend. Let's get into some Summer League edition of Jump Ball. First up, it's the top 2 overall picks in the draft showed out at Summer League. So, Marc, who is more likely to win Rookie of the Year, Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green?
Well, they're both going to be on bad teams, but I'm going to go with Jalen Green. Most of it is because he played in that G League. The G League taught him the speed, taught him how to adapt to playing against older guys. And also, I think Cade's going to have a lot more pressure on him playing in Detroit, being the #1 pick. The spotlight's going to be big on him, whereas in Houston, I don't know how much they're going to be paying attention. So I think ultimately Green's going to show you that the G League Ignite is a great place to go to get ready for the NBA quicker.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be one of these two guys who end up winning it. I'll go with Cade. I think the other parts of his game outside of scoring are more polished at this point when he comes into the league. And also, there's other scores in Houston that Green will have to be sharing the ball with. So, it's a toss-up. I think they're both bright, incredible young players, but I'll go with Cade.
I'm taking Jalen Green, and here's why. I think he's going to get every shot he can imagine in Houston and in Detroit. We still got the Syracuse guy, Mr. McTen. We've got Jeremy Grant, who has elevated his own game and is going to score plenty for Dwayne Casey.
But he's going to score by Cade being his point guard.
Yeah, okay, but this is an offensive award. It always has been, and if Jalen Green puts up those numbers, he's going to be there in the end.
Well, and Jalen Green is playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He told me that after he was passed up as the #1 pick, what was he looking towards next? It was Rookie of the Year. So I'm not saying that Cade isn't playing with that same sense of urgency, but that swagger that Jalen Green has, he's already zeroed in on that Rookie of the Year. So next up, let's get to the co-MVPs of Summer League. Marc, you've spent time with both of these gentlemen. Who has more upside, Davion Mitchell or Cam Thomas?
Ooh, man. Boy, that's a hard question. Both of them are probably looking at it. What you going to say, Marc? What you going to say?
I like asking hard questions, Marc.
I'm going to go with my LSU boy. I think that the Nets need his scoring off the bench. The Nets do have some veterans, and Patty Mills is there as well. I think those two are going to be a great 1-2 punch. The tough thing with Davion in Sacramento, you got after Fox and Halliburton, Buddy Hield is still there. And Terrence Davis is there as well. But what we're going to see, I think, in Sacramento is if they're losing, if they come out the gate bad and decide to just go with the youth movement, perhaps they go to the Baylor kid sooner, and his defense could get them on the floor as well. But right now, I'm going to go with Cam Thomas.
Yeah, Marc, defense. Davion will get minutes because of that. And also, as great as Cam Thomas played in the Summer League, he's going to have to learn how to play a role on that team. It's not going to be him creating for himself. A lot of times it's going to be Kyrie or Harden or KD and him standing on a certain spot on the floor, and he better make that shot when he gets it, or he's not going to get the ball back. So I think he is a tougher learning curve versus I think Davion. There'll be a ton of minutes, ton of touches.
What do you think, Nick?
It's Mitchell. It's got to be Mitchell because the defense will always travel. And anybody who has an impact in their rookie year that struggles offensively, every young player goes through it. You watch Mitchell in college at Baylor. You watch him in Summer League. He was locking up guys all over the floor. That will serve him very well in his first year in the league.
He's won at every single level in high school, in college, and now in the Summer League. So I'm curious to see how that translates to the NBA because it's an adjustment. When you're a lottery pick and you go to these bad teams, when you're used to winning, he is so talented defensively. And like you both said, that will always earn you minutes. But lastly...
But Malika, before you say that, Malika saw the Nets. If I'm playing again next to KD and James Harden, Kyrie Irving, I'm going to get the easiest shots of my life. So when he is in the game, when Cam Thomas is in the game, he's going to get the prettiest looks he's had his whole life so far.
Well, that may be. He might be spending a little bit more time in the second unit, but absolutely true. We've seen James Harden also play with that same unit, and guys love getting set up by James Harden. But lastly, we'll get to a couple of second-year players in the All-Summer League first team. Marc, which rising sophomore is more intriguing to you? Is it Payton Pritchard or is it Obi Toppin?
Well, see, I'm going to make myself look bad because Davion Mitchell locked Pritchard big time in that championship game. And until then, Payton was averaging like 20 points and 5 threes and 8 assists, and he was killing to the Kings, and Mitchell got a hold of him. But look, Obi Toppin, this summer league was great for him. Obviously, he didn't have one last year. He averaged 21 points, made 2 threes. eight rebounds, and he's got more confidence, more relaxed. His shooting and rebounding improved, and the Knicks need him. They need him in that front court. They're fine with the guards, and Julius needs some help to go alongside with him. So I like Obi Toppin right here.
And Mark, I was out in Summer League for a couple of days. I was talking to an assistant coach, and he told me that a capable guard is always going to stand out because there's so much that is disorganized about Summer League basketball. You're in a new group, you're learning a new system. So someone like Pritchard, who knows what he's doing, will just look good because of that. So I'll go with Obi because, yeah, the Knicks need him. He missed 10 games last year with some injuries, and Julius Randle kind of took off in that time frame. So I think with another year under his belt and getting to know Tibbs' system, I think there's a lot of room for growth with the next year.
Guys, give me Obi Toppin. Tibbs loves him. He was starting to trust him early last year. We know Tibbs doesn't always love rookies instantly. Now Obi's in his second year. He's going to get his minutes in New York. He's not afraid of that stage. And I know when that confidence builds for a younger player, especially in that market with that coach, it can go a really long way.
You know who else loves Obi Toppin? It's Madison Square Garden fans. When I was in there during the playoffs, Bobby Portis and the way that Pfizer Forum so famously reacted to him, Obi Toppin got moments of that in freaking Madison Square Garden. And so clearly there's that synergy there as well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.